What's going on, you guys? It's Kimberly Flowers. Today I'm going to talk to you about 5 things you're going to need to turn any average video into pure awesomeness. Now, we are living in an optics-driven society, which means that showing up in high quality is no longer an option. It's absolutely mandatory, which can seem like a lot of pressure, but when you understand how easy it can be for you to start showing up the way that you really want to be known for, then you're gonna get excited too. So in this episode, I'm gonna give you 5 things that are really gonna turn your videos from good to great. Now, the difference between good and great, you guys, is really in the details. A lot of times we get so focused on what we're doing and just delivering content that we're not really being very intentional about how we're delivering that content, right? And so, but how a person perceives us is how they are going to respond to us, right? You can't be received past how you're being perceived. So when it comes to video, this is especially true because it's all about what a person can see about you that is helping them to create their unconscious assessment about you, right? And you want to make sure that when a person is assessing your business or your brand, that they are considering the right components, the things that are most accurate about your brand, that tell the story, that say that your brand is of high quality, that it's worth the investment that you're asking for. And so these 5 things that I'm about to show you are going to help you position your brand and your brand videos in that light, in that way. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need, you guys, is high camera quality. It used to be that in order for you to get a high resolution HD video, you were going to have to spend anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 to get a really good camera. Now, we're living in the age of DSLR cameras, which I absolutely love. You guys know that I make my own recommendations on what kind of cameras that you should be purchasing. So if you are in business, I definitely think that every business owner definitely needs a DSLR camera. It's like, it should be mandatory because not only are DSLRs great for great video, they also take awesome pictures. So when it comes to your visuals, you're gonna need a DSLR camera to really help you create a high-end quality camera quality, right? So whether that's in pictures or videos, but we're talking about videos right now. And so the first thing you're gonna need is high camera quality. So if you guys want to know what camera I recommend that will help you get that amazing quality in and not break the bank, obviously, then you'll wanna hit the link and figure out what kind of camera stuff that I recommend, right? Camera quality is not hard to find. There's no excuse, you guys, for you to be showing up in any lower quality. So if you're using an old camera that's really kind of grainy and blurry or causing any kind of distraction from the message that you're bringing, you want to get rid of it. It's time to get rid of it. It's time to upgrade. It's time to evolve and progress into a higher quality camera. Investing into a higher quality camera is some of the best advice that I can give to you if you want to be taken seriously in the industry that you serve. In fact, you guys, if you want to be treated like a business leader, if you want to be treated like an industry leader, then you got to commit to showing up like one. You have to commit to it. And so purchasing a camera that has high camera quality is the first step to really helping position your brand and position your videos and make the look of that thing tell the accurate story that it is high quality, that it is worth the investment that you're asking for. So first things first, get a high quality camera. The second thing is you want to make sure that your audio is clear and clean and crisp, you guys. So while DSLR cameras are really great at producing a very sharp image because they're kind of within the budget, it's really difficult to get great audio from those types of cameras just yet, right? And so there are third-party audio components that you can get that will really help enhance the quality of your audio and make it nice and crisp and clean. There's nothing worse in a video than a distracting audio or like a huge hissing sound or background noise or anything that is going to distract the person watching from what it is that you're actually trying to say. So this is the thing, you guys. Your whole goal is to help your audience focus on the message that you're bringing in the video. So any visual enhancements are really created with that in mind. How can I help engage my audience? How can I help focus them on my points? How can I get them involved with what I'm doing? How can I get them excited about what I'm doing? And so great quality camera quality and nice clear audio are the first two components from turning any average video into an awesome video. This is just from the start. This has nothing to do with the actual content that you're bringing. This is just from an aesthetic standpoint, right? Like the great crisp videos and things like that. If you guys want to know how I do it, then definitely you want to hit the link that says find out what camera equipment that I use, right? So you have high quality camera, clear audio. That's a great start. The next thing that you want to do is to import graphics. I know this is kind of like an icing on the cake, right? But when it comes to driving focus to a specific point, graphics are a really great tool to help you do that. So if you want a person to do something, you want them to take an action of some sort, then a graphic is a really great way to say, hey, you guys do this, or you're watching this, or, if you want to brand your video so that a person can see exactly every time they see a video with your logo on it, or they see a video with your branding on it, then it becomes more familiar to them. So it doesn't even matter if I'm actually in the video every single time. If you guys see my branding and my logos and my lower thirds, you'll be able to recognize that this is an episode of my company. So this is something that's super important for you guys to be thinking about in your own businesses. How can I brand my videos through graphics to really help engage my audience to take a specific action, or engage them to really follow a direction, or engage them to keep them informed? Like, graphics can do all that amazing stuff and keep them focused, on whatever it is that you're talking about. So maybe there's a visual that can really enhance what you're talking about in your message. Maybe there's a video that you can cut to that really kind of adds on to the point that you're making. Graphics are a really great way to help your audience stay focused, stay engaged, and move them to a place of action. The fourth thing that you want to do is get great supporting music. Now, I love this one because it's highly underrated, but the music, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a theater where you're watching a movie, and especially scary movies do this really well. Before anything ever even happens, like, you're waiting for that moment where somebody's going to come out and scare you, or somebody's going to come out and snatch the person up, and it's going to be like a whole thing, but the music almost like leads you into it, because you know it's coming, because the music's going da da da, and when it hits that climax, something's going to happen, right? And so this is a really great example of how music makes a person feel a certain way. So when we're building a brand, we really want to ask ourselves two questions. What do I want the person to know about me? And then what do I want the person to feel when being engaged with my videos, or when they're interacting with my brand? What do I want them to feel? And so music is a really great kind of emotional gatekeeper. It helps you to be able to create an atmosphere around your videos that make people feel a certain way. So if you want to inspire people to a certain action, you want to pick some music that's really going to help you do that. If you want to kind of have a chill vibe going on, then you want to get some music that helps you do that, right? So there's a lot of great tools and resources out there that have royalty-free music that you can add to your videos and really just kind of help you build it up. And so, like I said, you guys, the difference between good and great is really in the details. And sometimes these things go unnoticed, like to the natural eye, but when you get down, when you really analyze like what makes a video average and what makes it really great, then you'll find that these components are within those things. So we talked about the first thing being high camera quality. You need a camera that's really going to be able to deliver when it comes to giving you a crisp, high resolution image that people can see you and clearly and not get distracted from your message, right? Next thing you need to have is clear audio. You want to make sure that a person can hear you without all the background noise and without all the humming and hissing or whatever that may go on. The third thing that you're going to need is graphics. Graphics are a really great way to help you focus the attention of your audience to specific things or add on visual enhancements to add on to a point that you're making. And the fourth thing that you want to do is great supporting music. Great supporting music is a really great way to just engage your audience and help them feel the way that you want them to feel. The fifth thing, you guys, that you're going to need is great visual interest. Now, this has to do with you and how you're showing up in your video. This has to do with, providing your audience with a little bit of eye candy to look at. Now, in my videos, the way that I do that is I provide more to look at than just me, right? I try to make sure that I'm very polished in my presentation, but also, so you want to make sure that the subject, if you're shooting a video for someone else or you're shooting a video for yourself, you want to make sure that the subject being focused on provides a level of visual interest. And you can be very creative about how you provide visual interest, because it can be, on one hand, it can be like, maybe just a really nice outfit or the hair, the makeup, like all of these things add to the visual interest of the subject, right? So I'm not telling you have to show up, a certain way. I want you to be creative in the way that you show up, because your style, your perspective on whatever it is that you're doing, and the style in which you do it is uniquely yours. And that is what's going to help people to really resonate to you specifically. So you don't have to show up like Kimberly, but definitely show up like you and show up in high quality. Visual interest, so that has to do with the foreground, the subject themselves, you, the person in the video, or whoever it is that you have in your videos. So not just you. If you are interviewing somebody else or that's creating a testimonial about your services, you want to make sure that person is polished as well, because they're representing your brand. So anybody who is engaging or interacting in a video that is within your brand, you need to make sure that their presentation is nice and polished as well, because they are representing you. And you want to make sure that anything that represents you speaks about you in the best light possible, okay? When it comes to visual interest, again, the next thing that I want to talk to you about, there's two components of visual interest within a video, and that is, the subject themselves, whoever you're, creating the video, whoever's talking in the video or whatever. But the next thing is the background. I want you guys to focus in on providing a level of visual interest for the background. So how can you create something that is, provides that curiosity of like, what's going on back there, So that's kind of how I do it. You can shoot anywhere, you guys. You can shoot your videos anywhere. In fact, the more creative places that you decide to shoot your videos, the more visual interest you can provide for them. So, but one of the things that I like to use is color and texture and things that really just kind of engage an audience a little bit deeper and make them ask questions or engage their creativity or their curiosity about what's going on in the background of my videos. And so that, whatever it is that you're doing, visual interest really allows you to have more time to say what it is that you need to say. That's the goal. So why provide visual interest? It's really all about helping you engage your audience so they like watching your videos. They feel good about what it is that you're presenting, because you're presenting it in high quality, you're presenting it professionally, and you are engaging both their creativity and their curiosity about what it is that you have to say. So those are the 5 things, you guys. I hope that you found that helpful. I hope that you start implementing those things within your videos to truly turn any average video into an awesome video. That's all for now, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.